Hi everyone, I hope you are having a great day today. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and if you haven't yet, go check out the monthly reading that should be up right before this one comes up. So go check that out. I have the reading for the month of March. It's a really, really good reading. So whoever you are, whoever it's meant to help and be for, um, let me know how your month goes because it was a really good and exciting kind of reading that tells me that there is a lot of change coming to some of you. A lot of positive change, a lot of good stuff. All right, this is your daily reading for Monday, February 4th or March 4th, 2019. And as usual, I'll be doing the three-card reading using the Fairies Oracle, the Vice Versa Tarot, and the Tarot of the Orishas. I just remembered that I actually forgot to grab the books, and as you know, I have been reading from the books to help me learn these decks because this is, as I have always said, as I've said since the beginning of the channel, I am still learning. This is kind of practice for me, and being able to do this channel allows me to keep a regular tarot practice and fit it into my schedule with I guess accountability. Having this channel, knowing that some people are watching it, some people, even on the days that I skip, people will sometimes like message me or like come check on the website and see, what's going on. So even on those days that I miss, there's someone there trying to keep me accountable. So this channel is really to help me learn and grow. And as I'm doing it, hopefully I can help other people so that they can learn and grow and pursue the things that matter to them. So I am going to go pause. I'm going to pause this and go get the books, and then I will be right back with you in just a moment. Okay? Okay, back and ready. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with the Tarot of the Orishas, and on top of the Tarot of the Orishas, we have this marble stone. It's kind of hard to see, but this stone is very, it's got little shiny bits, and it's very rough. It's not a polished stone. It's not a very, can you see that? It's not a very smooth, soft stone like many of the others you might see. It's a very, very found, earthy, kind of rough stone that's only kind of smooths out because I've had it for so many years. I think I got this maybe even before I moved to New York. But this stone is a really good stone for finding clarity of mind, clarity of, like you're trying to make a decision. It's also a great stone for increasing dream retention. Actually, the three stones that I ended up pulling here are all three great stones for dreams. So this is a stone that is wonderful for retaining dreams, for being able to remember them, especially if you're trying to like work on lucid dreaming or do some sort of dream divination. This is a great stone to keep under your pillow or keep around you as you sleep. It's a wonderful stone for meditation to help you kind of remember and understand the meaning behind your dreams. So this stone is wonderful for that, for clarity and all that stuff. Let's see what message you have from the fairies. What is our message today for whoever is here for this reading, whoever's chosen this deck? From the fairies, what is our message from the Fairies Oracle for Monday, March 4th, 2019? Please and thank you. Monday, March 4th, 2019. What are our messages, please? You have the Sage. Okay, so this is a being of great wisdom. The Sage represents someone who is here to either bring you new knowledge or someone for you to reach out to ask for new knowledge from. But whatever it is, there's like a new wisdom that is being brought to you, a new understanding about something. Whatever situation you're experiencing today, just keep your mind open. Be open to people who are in positions of authority. That's not necessarily the word I'm looking for, because authority doesn't necessarily mean wisdom, but people who do seem to have a specific type of wisdom that you happen to need today, they're going to be coming to you, and you need to be open to them and allow yourself to be ready for the messages that they're bringing to you, because these messages are going to be something that's going to help you grow, probably more on your spiritual path than like a physical career path, but I'm just feeling like it's maybe more of a spiritual thing for you today, where someone is bringing you a message that is that's going to speak to you in a deep way, concerning your spiritual growth, concerning your path here. Okay, so let's see what the book actually has to say about the sage. The Fairies Oracle is one of the harder decks for me because I love fairies, but I don't actually spend a lot of time working with them or with the understanding of fairies. But let's see. When you pull the sage, it represents wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, or patience. Here we see wisdom and deep inner understanding. One of the keys of wisdom is to organize, integrate, and simplify one's thoughts. So finding clarity, I guess, if you were to connect it with the marble stone. Complexity often leads to confusion. Simplicity is to be valued. This card signifies mental discipline informed by balanced learning and compassion. Tradition is valued, but appropriate change is accepted. The sage knows when to let go and when to move on. He knows when to retreat and think things over. He compassionately and wisely shares his knowledge with others, teaching by example as well as by precept. The scales of justice are balanced in the sage's hands. This card, in a reading, also signifies the need for deep consideration and refined judgment applied with compassion and mercy. When the wisdom of the sage is blocked, artificial or inappropriate boundaries are set between different aspects of life. We become unable to apply learning in one sphere to other aspects of life, where information is withheld, kept secret when it could benefit others, which in turn would benefit us. Sometimes learning is blocked by the belief that we already have all the answers, but we never actually do. When twisted, the sage's accumulation of facts and information becomes unwisdom, knowledge misused and distorted, facts distorted for selfish purposes, information used to the detriment of others. There is always a risk of this when we set out to prove something rather than to discover something. Other twists include being excessively critical, being cold and uncaring, or being cynical or embittered. These are all faults of balance. At its worst, knowledge and experience are channeled towards the destruction of the self or others. Okay, so the sage does bring a message of knowledge, a message of new wisdom and new understanding. And then if you were to really think about how you're using the knowledge that you're gaining and how that's helping you or others around you grow, that's going to be of benefit to you today, to really be aware of whether or not you're abusing knowledge, or someone around you, someone who is coming to you to bring knowledge to you, whether or not they're actually using that as a method of control instead of helping or informing you. Okay? So that is your message from the Fairies Oracle. We're going to move on to our next deck, the Vice Versa Tarot. With this deck, we have the Titanium Quartz. Look how pretty. It's like a rainbow kind of look. So the titanium quartz is another great stone to have when you're doing any kind of dream work, any kind of meditative shadow work. This is a wonderful stone for increasing vivid dreams. I do think it helps with dream retention as well, but it absolutely can increase vivid dreams. So again, if you're trying like a lucid dreaming kind of project or something, this is another great stone to keep under your pillow. In addition to its fantastic dream properties, this stone also can help you get more grounded. It can help you feel more focused and centered, and at the same time can fill you up with energy so that you are grounded but ready to work. Okay, so let's see what message you have from the Vice Versa Tarot for today, Monday, March 4th, 2019. What messages do we have for whoever this reading is meant for this day, Monday, March 4th, 2019, please and thank you. Please tell me what messages we have for whichever individual or individuals have chosen this deck for this reading, for this day, Monday, March 4th, 2019. Please and thank you. Whoa. So you have the 10 of Swords. So here we have someone who may be a little bit, I at the end of their rope with whatever it is they're experiencing, but you're not necessarily at a point where you're sure that you're done. You could be this guy where you're just so done, you're tired, you're just like, this is it, I can't go anymore. Or you could be this person who is watching or seeing that, you know, the people around them are done and tired, but you still got a little bit more energy in you. In fact, be aware of the tendency to kind of lord over people or stand over people because they're not as strong as you, because they don't people deal with problems in a different way, and we all have a tendency to just kind of assume that a person dealing with a problem one way, if it seems like they're doing it worse than we are, or they're handling it in a way that we wouldn't, we tend to assume that that's because they're either lazy, or they're not trying hard enough, they're being big babies, blah blah blah, whatever it is. But really be careful, because you're not necessarily aware of everyone's problems. You're not really sure, you know, why this person or these people are struggling, or what it is that's like behind their struggle that's causing them to perform in a way that's less than yours, or less than what you'd expect. So really try to be aware that everybody's kind of going through some crap today. And even if, you know, you are either the really, really done one, the one who's like, I'm at the end of my rope, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I don't have any more of this. Or you're the person who's just like, I don't understand why you can't just do this and this and this, even though you've done like a million things already. I don't understand why you can't do these last few things. I could do these last few things. So really be careful of knowing where you stand on that plane, whether you're the person who is being judged or you're doing the judging, and being very careful of how your perceptions are tainting the way you behave with other people today, because like you just don't know all the truths here. Okay, so let's see what the book says about the Ten of Swords on this side. There are at least two ways to interpret this card. The knight is dead, and his spirit is looking at the scene of his death. Or the knight was not attacked at all, only his empty armor. Either way, the symbolism speaks of the death of the ego, not the essence. Something has been killed, but it's not the most important thing. A solar eclipse is not the death of the sun. Follow the knight's example and contemplate what is essential and what is ephemeral. Okay? So yeah, again, like I said, really just think about how your judgments and your beliefs are affecting the way you interact with people and the way you deal with people, because it is possible you're not seeing everything clearly and you're doing it through a personal filter. You're looking at people through a personal filter and not taking into account their experiences here, okay? So that is your reading with the Vice Versa Tarot. Let's go ahead and move on to the Tarot of the Orishas. On the Tarot of the Orishas, we have one of my favorite stones, which keeps popping up, our amethyst stone. If you're really curious about more what the amethyst stone says, there are plenty of other videos that I have gone over this, but it is at the core for me a great dream stone. I find it troubling to sleep without it. My dreams are never as clear, they're never as easy to understand or as vivid. I wouldn't say never. Quite often, if like I'm burning mugwort or something, or using one of these other stones, I actually do still have very vivid dreams before I ever got an amethyst stone. But this is still my favorite stone for dream enhancement and for dream retaining and remembering my dreams. And also it's a great stone for meditation. I think mine is kind of coming to a point where I might need to get a new one, but and maybe put this in a wand or some sort of art or something, because it's getting to a point where I think it's time. I don't know how else to explain that. It's just, I feel like it's time to grow with my stones. But This amethyst stone, it's a really great stone, like I said, for memory. It's a great stone for meditation. If you're trying to do any sort of shadow work where you're trying to understand yourself spiritually and like really get inside and like do maybe meditations that allow you to speak to your spiritual guides or allow you to speak to your own shadow self and understand yourself on that deeper level, then this is a wonderful stone to bring with you on those meditation spiritual journeys, okay? So let's see what message you have from the Tarot of the Orishas deck. What is your message for whoever this reading is meant for, whoever's chosen this deck? What is their message for today, Monday, March 4th, 2019, from the Tarot of the Orishas, from those ancestors, my ancestors, those beings that have been with us since the dawn of time, since the dawn of man? What are the messages from the Orishas for whoever this reading is meant for today, Monday, March 4th, 2019? You have the 5 of Fire. Interesting. So you may be like feeling kind of excited today. I do think this is a message of just kind of being careful of whether or not you jump into things too quickly, but absolutely you might be filled with passion, filled with excitement for something. You may be thinking, you know, like whatever tasks come on me today, I can do it. I can do anything. I can take on the world today. And you're just kind of in that mood where you're like, I can fight dragons. Like, I can run the world if I have to. I can do it. Just be aware that you know, sometimes things look like, sometimes we feel like we can do a little bit more than we're physically capable of. So I do think there's some awareness needed. And if you need to like reach out to people and ask for help, don't hesitate to do that. Don't like hold yourself back because of your ego, because you're afraid of asking for help. But yeah, you just kind of feel like you can take on whatever. Be careful because we do have a 5 here, and 5s typically represent a type of struggle. They typically represent that it's not necessarily going to be easy, but with the 5 of Fire, I do feel like it's saying that, you know, whatever it is, even though it's not going to be the easiest thing, it's also not going to be the hardest thing. So just, you know, if you feel like you can take it on, take it on. If you feel like you need a little bit of help to take it on, get that help. But you can do this. You have the energy, you have the passion, you have the capability of taking on whatever it is you're setting out to do today. Okay, let's see what the book says about the 5 of Fire. 9 of Fire, 8, 7, 6, 5. In the upright position, use the same weapons as your opponents or more powerful ones. Your cleverness and astuteness, the fire itself, should be part of a strategy to deliver an accurate blow and have an efficient defense. The struggle will be hard and tiresome. The beast will try to corrupt you. Do not allow yourself to be tempted, otherwise it will catch you. Fight fairly and the victory will be yours. If this card were to be seen in the reverse, it represents the dispute, struggle, battle, fight, quarrel, war, litigation, obstacles, danger, and or slander have come to an end. It is time to renew your strength and remember that fire purifies everything. Wow. Okay. So yeah, like you're ready to face whatever it is you need to face, and if you've already faced it, it's okay to take a rest, okay? That is your reading for Monday, March 4th, 2019. Thank you so very much for being here. If you haven't already, again, go check out the monthly reading. It's a really good one, you guys. Go look at it. It's linked in the description. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful, wonderful night. And remember always that I love you. Bye.